What is up, guys? In this video we're going to be going over exception handling in C++, and to get started I'm going to paste these three constants which are going to be used for an internet connection. So connected means we have a code of 111, not connected is 222, and unknown is 333. These are just random codes I came up with for our sample internet connection. Then we are going to create a function called connect to internet, which will take an integer as a parameter, and that's going to be the internet code. So to start it off, we're going to create a try and a catch block. So inside the try, we're going to write if the number is equal to 111, then we can just paste that we are connected to the internet. Else if the number is equal to 222, we're going to throw an exception. And we're just going to throw 222 as the exception. And we're going to do the same thing for a number that's equal to 333. So these are just going to be considered error codes for what happens if we do not have the desired output that we're looking for, which is an internet connection. So with that being written, we can now go ahead and add our catch block. And inside here, we're going to type int error. So whatever we throw here is going to be transferred to the catch block. So now we can use this error to handle these errors. So we're going to create a block in here. And the first thing I want to paste inside is the error that we receive. So if we have a connection of 222, it's going to print to us that our error is 222. And very similar to what we did in the try block, we're going to do in the catch block. So if the error is equal to 222, then we're going to tell the user to please check your connection. Else if the error is equal to 333, we're going to tell them that we have no idea what's going wrong, so they should contact their service provider. Now inside int main, we're going to go ahead and connect to the internet. First, we're going to provide the connected constant, which will just tell the program that we are connected. So let's run and see what happens. So since we got the desired output, it's going to skip everything else because there was no errors, there were no exceptions, and it's going to do the desired function, which is tell us we are connected, and preferably send us to a web page or do something that requires an internet connection. But in the case we cannot do that because we are not connected, it's going to give us an error of 222, which is going to tell us to check our internet connection. And in general, you would add the functionality inside this error block so that we can fix it and we can continue with trying this connect to internet function again. But what happens if the problem is unknown? Then you're going to notice we'll get this error 333 and it's going to tell us to contact our service provider for some help. So as you could see, with try and catch, we were able to handle some unknown situations, such as pretend you create a function that's supposed to divide a number by something else. What happens if the user inserts a letter or the number 0 instead? You're going to have two problems. One is going to be trying to divide a letter by any number, and the second problem is going to be trying to divide a number by 0. Those are both problems that shouldn't happen, but that the user ultimately will probably do. It doesn't matter if they are a genius or an idiot. When it comes to technology and programs, everything will happen regardless of how smart they are. So you need to be prepared for most situations, and with try and catch, you can do that. You can create some exception handling that will prevent the users from destroying your program. Now I'm going to create another function right below that, and this function will be called do something. All it does right now is check whether the number is more than 100. If it's more than 100, the program is happy. If it's not, we're going to get this number is too small exception. This time I went ahead and created a constant char pointer that has the alias of message. So every time we throw an exception with a string instead of a number, it's going to print that message instead. So for example, let's go ahead and do something such as print the number or insert the number of 1. And now when we print the program, we're going to get the number is too small exception because that is the data type we defined to receive when they throw the error. Now the final thing I should show you in error handling is that let's pretend you don't know what error is going to be thrown. That's fine. You can just add 3 dots and that means it will handle whatever is thrown. Regardless of what you throw here, these 3 dots are going to receive it and tell the program that you should execute whatever is inside here. So we can type in an error has occurred. And now when we run the program, it's going to say an error has occurred if we have a string or if we even have a random number such as 111. It's always going to be an error has occurred. And of course, if we enter 1000, our program is going to run smoothly because that is exactly the input we were searching for from the user, so everything will work perfectly. But with that being said, guys, this was actually the final video of this beginner series for C++. I'm going to try to make a few sample programs so we can actually see C++ in action. And from this point on, you're going to have to refer to documentation online. Every time you have a problem, like let's pretend you have to convert a string to an int, go on Google and type in how to do string to int in C++, and you'll find out that you can do something such as stoy and insert the number that you want to convert. Then we can go ahead and just see out this funky number, which was originally a string, and you're going to get 20. Even though we inserted the string of 20, we still got out the integer value of 20, which we have defined as an int. So that's going to be you from now on. You're going to research what you need and you're going to use it efficiently. And with that being said, I want to thank you guys for following along with this series. It really motivates me to make more tutorials. And of course, if you have any comments or questions or even some recommendations, feel free to leave it in the comment section down below and I'll do my best to look at it. Otherwise, with that being said, I wish you guys a wonderful day and I will see you in the next video.